Hello YouTube, pipe and tobacco friends. I am not at work today, I have a day off, and so I'm enjoying a little bit tobacco and music, and I thought I'd show you a little bit what I got last week. I was at a political demonstration some time ago in Düsseldorf where thousands of people protested against the new and very strict smoking ban in all restaurants, bars and such like in our federal state. Until then we had a law that made restaurants and bars provide separate rooms for smokers and non-smokers, but our red-green government didn't like it this way. They wanted the smoking ban extended, and so now, since the 1st of May, smoking is prohibited in all restaurants, bars, which in my view is a perfect example of the nanny state. And so a lot of smokers and non-smokers and proprietors demonstrated against it. Was a great event. Our politicians, at least the politicians of our here state government, didn't really want to talk about it, didn't really want to see it. But anyway, on the way back to the train station, I passed a tobacconist in Düsseldorf, where I not only bought some flake for my pipes, but I also discovered that they had a very great number of snuffs. And they also had English snuffs. I hadn't until then tried any English snuff. And so I bought some and I liked it. And so last week I ordered some on the internet, because the tin that I bought there, Wilson's of Sharrow Snuff, Aniseed and Eucalyptus, not only was very good, but on the back side it had a label from a snuff store that somehow I recognized. I had already encountered this on the interweb, and so I Googled it, and then I found an online store where I can buy a lot of different snuffs in Germany. And so I delved into it and decided to try some English snuffs, because until then I had only tried German ones. The first snuff that I bought was this one, Pöschel's Gletscherprise High Ishan. It's called Pöschel's. Pöschel. This is mentholated, heavily mentholated snuff. It's very refreshing, and it is the most widely sold and bought snuff in Germany. Radford Premium Snuff, also by Pöschel. And there is Andex Spezial Snuff. This one is with herbs. Well, these are standard products that you can get in nearly everywhere in Germany, at tobacconists, of course, but also at gas stations. And I wanted to try something else. So what I bought in Düsseldorf, besides the Aniseed and Eucalyptus, was this one, Echt Bayerisch Schmalzler. This is a traditional snuff from Bavaria, which is not mentholated. It is not with any kind of aroma. It's just the pure tobacco. And this was something very new to me. It's great. This one is absolutely great. This is so intensely tobacco. Wow, great stuff. This is exactly the smell that I get when I smell a pipe tobacco, you know? Great. Has a little chocolatey aroma in the background, but I don't think that this is added. This is just the tobacco. Yeah, and then I ordered some English snuffs. I ordered a second tin of the aniseed and eucalyptus. Then I liked the description of the best dark, also Wilsons of Sharrow. And I had to try, that is I have to try yet, the chocolate snuff. Then I really like menthol, so I tried Dynamite, also Wilsons of Sharrow, and J&H Wilson's medicated number 99 snuff. Both with menthol, but they pale in comparison to the Gletscherprise. They're more tobacco, and the snuff, the menthol is not that intense. Then something quite different, raspberry snuff, Silver Dollar. Very light, very smooth, with a nice subtle raspberry in the background. And Toke snuff, whiskey and honey. I like whiskey, I like honey, and I thought this would be something else. These Toke tins are great. They screw off. But I must say that I was rather disappointed by this snuff. It doesn't really have much whiskey and honey in it. It's okay, but yeah, I don't think this is one I'll buy again. I really do like the aniseed and eucalyptus. This was the first one that I tried. But these tins by Wilsons of Sharrow are really a pain in the whatever. If you know the trick, you can open them, but at least in the beginning, when they're new and full, at least even after tapping them, tend to get a lot of snuff falling onto my fingers. So, no good, these tins. My snuff spoon, very small. If I want to take bigger doses, I use something else. This is a this is great. This isn't really a snuff spoon. I brought it with me from my trip to Myanmar some years ago. In reality, this is supposed to be an ear pick, but I have never used it as such, so I decided to use this as my snuff spoon. Mostly I take my snuffs with the 2-finger method, pinching some and then snuffing it. I also have a little snuff tube, and I don't really like these plastic containers that most of the German snuffs come in, because here you have to put it on your hand, and that is not the way I like to take my snuff. So I fill them into these wonderful little metal tins that I bought at the Third World shop here in Ronsdorf. They're very tightly sealed, even though there is no rubber inside, and there's enough room for the snuff. I've kept this tin for a year now at least, and the snuff hasn't dried out, it hasn't lost its aroma, so great things. They're easy in your pocket, and I also like the look of them. They come in different colors so that I then know which snuff I have in there. So, this is the start of my journey delving deeper into especially English snuffs, and I am very, very excited to try something different now. Okay, that's it for this time. Have a great time. See you again here on YouTube.